This is a HeadGum podcast.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first.
Like, you know, to check that your burrito comes with extra salsa on the side so you can get every bite just the way you like it.
Checking first is smart, so check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
This episode of Handsome is brought to you by Booking.com, the official accommodation partner of MLB. Booking.com, booking.yeah. When I go to a baseball game, you know that my favorite part is when the whole stadium sings a song that we all know and love together.
Take me out to Hawaii, take me out to the sea, book me a whale tour to see a humpback. I don't care if I never come back. So it's luau until midnight. If we don't have a feast, it's a shame. Book a gorgeous resort in the Aloha State for your next great stay.
Well, you know what? The right stay can make you a fan of any U.S. city. Book today on the Booking.com site or app. Booking.com, booking.yeah.
Booking.com wants to help make you a fan of any U.S. city with a chance to win $1,000 in Booking.com travel credit. Head to the Booking.com Instagram page for more details. No purchase necessary. Open to U.S. residents 18 and older from March 26th to April 13th, 2025. All rules are available in the caption of the sweepstakes post.
Handsome, chatting with friends on the Handsome Pod. Chatting with friends on the Handsome Pod.
Cheers.
It is your friend, Tig Notaro, one of 3 hosts of the Handsome Podcast.
I am also one of the 3 hosts of this podcast. You know me as May Martin, and I'm joined by the third
Handsome Pod host, Fortune Feimster.
Oh, yeah. I set us up for an awkward intro, but what is new?
I actually really liked that one.
Oh, okay.
I felt like you did something a little different with it.
I did, and I thought I really threw things off. It turns out I just nailed it again.
Yeah, a little jolt in the morning. Nailed it again.
I still sound sexy this episode.
You sure do.
Yeah, you really do.
And you're drinking your tea, which
My
clearly
tea,
doesn't work.
No whiskey.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it would cross over into me being worried if it's 8:45 in the morning if you had whiskey.
It is morning time, so part of it is that I have morning voice.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
My voice is down here.
My voice is up here.
It
My
is
voice is down
crazy
here.
that boys wake up
with boners.
with boners. Like, that's insane. I don't think we talk enough about that on this pod.
No, we don't. We really need to dive into that more. But you know what's really funny is I just sang My Voice is Up Here, and our housekeeper is cleaning our bedroom and doesn't know I'm recording. And so I'm just in this room singing a high pitch, My Voice is Up Here. Any hoodles.
That's cheerful.
Yes. Now, tell me this. Were you both up this early and going? And would this normally be when you're up and going? Or did you have to set an alarm for this 8:45 a.m. Handsome recording?
As you know, I logged on at 8:49.
Mm-hmm.
I got out of bed at 8:36.
Oh.
I got into the shower fast.
Whoa.
Like just a rinse.
Yep.
And then I jumped on.
Tell us more about it.
About the shower?
Go
Or
into
what?
more detail.
What else? Did you have a loofah?
I didn't loofah. I just used my macho body wash, lathered up the abs first. Just
Wait.
wash the abs.
Do your macho body wash, is it like that kind of cologne smelling body wash?
Yeah, I've graduated. I used to use like Irish Spring, like teen boy kind of smell, and now I'm using a hinoki and sesame. I think it's the Labo, but it is like basically cologne smell. I love it.
I do like the smell of Labo.
It's so good, isn't it?
Yeah.
But when you go in, they're too much when you go in there.
I find it fascinating that men wear a masculine smelling scent and that women wear
It's
like
ridiculous.
flowery smelling scent because you're essentially, you would think it would be the opposite. To like lure a woman somewhere would be to smell like flowers.
Interesting.
Oh, I never
know what
thought
I'm
about
saying?
that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's something I think about all the time, my friends.
Yeah.
So my feeling is men should have the flowery scent on them. And not that obviously it just depends on what your gender and sexuality is and that makes sense for the mix. But I'm talking about just the straightforward, typical male-female relationship of...
Right. Heterosexual men should be wearing feminine scents.
Yes, to
To
lure...
attract the butterflies.
Yes.
Interesting.
I
Yeah.
don't wear. When I wear cologne, I have a little travel size thing.
Oh,
I
that is
take.
adorable.
That is
It's
stroking it on your cheek.
Blanc.
Do you
it's-
wear men's cologne, Fortune?
Yeah, it's the more masculine smell.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Mont Blanc, I know. I like
Mont
that
Blanc.
smell.
It smells
Yeah.
good.
I don't
you're-
wear anything.
Yeah, Tig, you're very sensitive to smells, famously.
Yes, famous.
Famously.
I mean, that's what I'm most known for is my sensitive sniffer.
You get a headache.
Yes, but I also just want to like get out of a car if somebody has especially strong perfume. Or if people are burning incense or something.
Yeah, I'm not an incense gal.
You don't
No.
strike me as one.
No, I don't like those old lady perfumes.
I don't mind them on an old lady.
That's
true.
true.
Like it fits.
Yeah.
Do you remember in the 90s, I feel like every kind of vintage clothing store was burning Nag Champa, this incense, like
Oh,
thick
I know.
incense. Yeah.
Record stores too.
I
Yeah.
don't know if I'm familiar with it. I'm
With
familiar
Nag-
with the record
Nag Champa.
stores. Yeah, no.
My brother used to light incense all the time, and I was like, "This is disgusting."
Was he trying to mask weed smell, do you think, or
I
cigarettes?
don't know. I think it was during that era of Nirvana, and
Yeah.
he was
Was
like,
Nirvana incense?
No, it was just like it was just in that world of like grunge and hippie.
Yeah, you know that unplugged Nirvana concert they did with like candles burning everywhere at MTV or something? It
Yeah,
was
and
like
I'm
this-
ashamed to admit that I didn't like that album, but go ahead.
Whoa.
We have some talking to do.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Wow.
But that, I feel like that was very incensey. Did you
Yeah.
guys notice my sweater? So my new thing is I've decided I'm only going to
Oh.
wear Phantom of the Opera merch from specifically, ideally, 1996 or 86 Pantages Theater in Toronto.
So right before and right after the grunge era?
Yeah, exactly. Sandwiching the grunge era.
Yeah.
This is every day.
Yeah, this is like a new kind of fixation. I found all these cool vintage T-shirts with Phantom of the Opera imagery, and then this sweater. If you're on YouTube, I wore one in Feel Good too, and I just really I think if I can find some pants, some Phantom of the Opera pants,
Well,
I'm good to go.
Maybe you could find
definitely-
some phantom pants.
They definitely need your support.
Yeah, especially the 1986 production.
Yes,
Now,
Bring
I
them
don't get
back.
it. Why do they need the
because
support?
they went away. They're gone.
Why?
We got to bring them back. Well, it's 1986.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know
see.
if Phantom currently is on Broadway.
Isn't
Okay.
it sort of permanently on?
The Phantom of the Opera is here.
Did you guys ever go to the?
Inside your mind.
May please let her
Sorry,
finish,
sorry.
Everyone, silence.
please. She
was
sings
it.
like a bird.
I was just seeing how low I could go with this current voice.
Yeah, it's pretty low.
Inside.
Phantom of the Opera is here.
pretty good.
You know how the chandelier falls
Mm-hmm.
in it? That's yeah, like that's the big thing everyone's pumped about. Is like at the end of the first half, it looks like the chandelier falls over the audience and everyone clutches their pearls.
I
Are
never
you guys
saw
into
it.
Broadway music?
Well, I know we've talked on the pod about Tig having the opportunity to maybe be in Chicago with Pamela Anderson.
Did you say the opportunity?
I love Broadway musicals so much.
I love Chicago and I love Grease, but there's a lot that I don't love.
I love so many of them.
Really?
The sun will come out again. What is
I
she
do
thinking?
love. Yeah, you're a housekeeper.
I used to, when I went to New York, I used to go see multiple shows.
Really?
I don't do it as much anymore because she does not like Broadway musicals.
Yeah.
Wait, did you say when you were in New York or when you lived there?
When I never lived there, but when I would visit.
Would you ever live there?
Like for in short chunks, like for a project, but I don't want to live there.
Yeah, you don't strike me as...
It's too crazy. It's like too fast paced.
Move it, buddy.
Yeah.
That
kind
was
of thing?
good.
Thank you.
That took me there. Yeah, I feel the same.
Have you guys lived there?
I couldn't. I'm the same. Which is crazy. I just feel like it's too overwhelming.
I lived there one time. I was in Brooklyn. I rented my friend's apartment for a couple of months, and I didn't realize at the time that I was doing that to get away from a relationship I was in.
You're like, why am I in another city
that you were currently in?
Yeah, and I was
God.
just I didn't know how to get out of the relationship, and so it took me a while. I think somebody pointed it out to me. They were like, Why'd you do that?
Feels like you're running from something.
Yeah. And then that ended when I got back. And then I worked on a TV show.
Did you see shows while you were there? Did you see Broadway shows?
No, I was just doing stand up. And then when I was working on a TV show, I was just working and,
I love at the intermission when you get a little ice cream and you look at your program and you're so sad if there's an understudy. Oh my God. You're like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh,
and then,
poor understudies.
I know, right? Did I talk about this? In London, I went to see a play with Kate Blanchett in the lead because my friend was in it and got me a ticket, and it was incredible. And then like to see Kate Blanchett on stage being so Kate Blanchett. I mean, she was being a character, but she's Blanchett. And then I had a little ice cream at the intermish, and it was, as the lights were going down again, I thought, I guess it's pretty good, this ice cream. I don't know, it's kind of weird. It was coconut vegan.
Oh, no.
It was vegan ice cream, so it tasted like vanilla. And as you know, I'm allergic to coconut. So as the lights are going down, I'm like, fuck. And it was a really intense play. There's no good moment to get up and shuffle out. And I was not well in my stomach. Oh my God. So I couldn't go to the stage door and see my talented friend. I had to run back to my hotel.
And what happens? Do you have toilet time?
Yeah, it's not pretty. Yeah.
I went and saw Sarah Paulson in her play on Broadway.
Oh my God.
Last year.
I bet she's amazing.
Oh, she's incredible in everything she does. But what was really wild was Woody Allen and what's her name? Sun-Yi were there.
What?
And, yeah.
That is bizarre.
And what was even crazier was I was meeting, the comedian Gary Gulman.
Yeah.
I was meeting him there to go see it, and he texted me that they were there, and it was so crazy because the play references incest and molestation.
What?
And, yeah.
Why did they go?
I don't know. Maybe because he's like
That's his passion.
or he's just like firmly, I didn't do it. So why would that bother me?
Wow,
you know what I mean?
Man.
Or maybe he didn't know it was maybe he didn't know that was part of the story. I don't know, but it was already like, whoa, Woody Allen is here.
Did everyone turn and look at him?
I don't know. I didn't see him.
Oh, okay.
And I'm assuming Gary wasn't lying to me because he's a pretty straightforward guy.
Yeah, and that would be a really toxic lie. Really weird.
Be a real curveball with Gary. But then we were like nudging each other as all those different references happened through the play. We're like, oh my gosh.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really...
It's weird when you see a celebrity watching a movie or a play. Like, it's just weird to see them consuming.
Have you seen it before?
No, I've never seen it. Actually, Helena Bonham Carter was at the Kate Blanchett play. I saw her like wacky hair, and I thought, that's nice.
I saw it before I knew Amanda Klutz.
Yeah.
She was at this taping that was just like it was this huge like celebration of Paul Simon.
Right.
And like Stevie Wonder was there, and all sorts of people. But Amanda was there with, and I'm forgetting his name, but he's from, I'm forgetting the TV show.
Oh my God.
He did the New Jersey movie.
Pete Davidson.
No.
Pete Davidson. Amanda's there with Pete Davidson.
I don't know. I can't remember.
The
Scrubs,
Jersey
the guy
movie?
from Scrubs.
Oh,
Yeah.
Zach Braff.
Zach Braff.
I think
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
good buddies.
Yeah, they're good friends. And they were sitting like a row in front of me off to the left. And I was like, oh, there's that woman Amanda Klutz and then that guy from the Jersey movie. But I was watching them just bounce around and go nuts. And
Listening to the concert.
mm-hmm,
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
And you were not bouncing around like them.
I am not a bouncer.
My dermatologist let me in on a skincare secret that she tells all her clients. Ditch cotton pillowcases for Blissy's Silk, and you'll see less fine lines and healthier hair in weeks. They're better than cotton and better than synthetic satin, which is cheap for a reason.
Blissy's got so many benefits, so bear with me as I blaze through a bunch of the basics. Blissy's great for your hair and skin. Its anti-aging properties reduce fine lines and wrinkles over time. Plus, on the hair side of things, Silk eliminates frizz and preserves your hairstyle. Silk is antibacterial and hypoallergenic, so you're much more likely to sleep through the night on that naturally cooling and breathable Blissy pillowcase. I've been using mine for years, and I can never go back to a regular cotton pillowcase. So try Blissy because it's the real deal.
Because you're a listener, Blissy is offering 60 nights risk-free plus an additional 30% off when you shop at blissy.com/handsome. That's BLISSY.com/handsome and use code handsome to get an additional 30% off. Your skin and hair will thank you.
This episode of Handsome is brought to you by Booking.com, the official accommodation partner of MLB. Booking.com, booking.yeah. When I go to a baseball game, you know that my favorite part is when the whole stadium sings a song that we all know and love together.
Take me out to Las Vegas. Take me out to the Strip. Let's catch a show and enjoy some blackjack. I don't care if I never come back, so it's blow, blow, blow on my craps dice. If we don't win big, it's a shame. Book a luxury suite in Las Vegas today for your next great stay.
The right stay can make you a fan of any U.S. city. Book today on the Booking.com site or app. Booking.com, booking.yeah.
Booking.com wants to help make you a fan of any U.S. city with a chance to win $1,000 in Booking.com travel credit. Head to the Booking.com Instagram page for more details. No purchase necessary. Open to U.S. residents 18 and older from March 26th to April 13th, 2025. All rules are available in the caption of the sweepstakes post.
Yeah.
And it made you want to be friends with her?
Well, you know, after everything that she went through in 2020, I was always I followed her story very closely, and I was so intrigued by her and the process that she went through, and just specific to her. And then I just naturally met her.
Yeah, I followed that. I followed her story too, and then met her through you, I believe. Just knowing her and listening to the pod. She's awesome.
Anyway, when I saw her, it was nice to see her having a great night out. I was like, oh my gosh, there she is, and she's enjoying herself, and it was such a nice feeling to see her happy and jamming out to Paul Simon.
That's the best when you're at a concert and you just like love the music and the singer and you just are in the zone, having the best time.
Have you ever gone by yourself to a concert and danced?
I have gone to concerts by myself.
I went by myself. I went and saw the Indigo Girls in Houston.
It's nice to be on your own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I only went because none of my friends at the time knew who the Indigo Girls were.
Oh, blasphemous.
I know. I
You
saw
didn't
that.
have
I saw
one
their.
You didn't have one lesbian friend in Houston?
I didn't even know I was a lesbian friend.
Oh, gotcha.
I had seen them on what was that show on MTV? 120 Minutes. That's also where I saw
I went to
Nirvana.
Third Eye Blind by myself, and I ended up hugging this stranger, and he was telling me his life story, and then we like had our arms around each other singing, "I wish you would step out from that ledge, my friend." It was really nice.
That was like the ultimate teen song.
Oh yeah, so good. Speaking of which, my friend, one of my like best oldest friends from when I was 13, I always thought had deleted and taped over. We had hours of like camcorder footage of us at 13, 14.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, like jumping in fountains in malls and like being really
Friends.
obnoxious. Yeah, being friends. And then she found it and she just sent me some of the clips yesterday, and I am insufferable. I'm like always smoking a cigarette and thinking it's so cool. And I keep like these videos are like 13 to 16 probably, and so I'm dark in some of them, and I'm like talking about smoking the whole time, like being like, I love cigarettes. It's so crazy. But I have some good lines. Like at one point I go, and I'm not trying to be funny, I'm trying to be like poetic and dark.
Of
And I'm kind of
course.
filming myself in the dark smoking, and I go, well, I'm from Toronto, born and raised. I'm 13. I go from Toronto, born and raised, which is what they say about cattle before they kill it. That's what I said. And I could tell I thought I stumbled on some real poetry.
And were you a vegetarian or anything?
No.
No.
No,
Just thinking and feeling deeply.
Feeling deeply, yeah.
In the deep darkness. And we're getting a visitor here on camera.
Oh, yes, here we go.
He's being squirrely because I think Jax must be making breakfast.
He has his arm up around Fortune's neck.
He got a haircut.
It looks gorgeous.
He did.
He's a little teddy bear.
Yes,
You heard
indeed.
May talking and said, "Is that my friend?"
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What
Looking
my God.
good, Biggie. And what does Biggie have for breakfast? Just like
He
French
ate
toast,
A little
cinnamon toast.
marshmallow.
He has a sensitive stomach kibble, and we top it. We have a little chicken flavored topper that goes on it.
Ooh.
He has sensitive stomach kibble.
Yeah, because he has a sensitive stomach.
I figured.
And and then we put a probiotic in the morning in there.
Oh.
And then
Look at his face while she's explaining all this. That is the best. Go on. Just really
And
look at
then-
his face.
Every couple of weeks or so, we'll open a can of like sardines or mackerel, and that is like the greatest thing of his life.
Look at his face.
You gotta see him right now.
Oh my God. Drop what you're doing and head on over to the YT. Oh, my
God,
Lord.
he's good. Yeah, yes, his haircut. I like the look.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really good. Who does his hair?
It's called a teddy bear cut.
Fluff has the teddy bear cut right now. I call her a floofy bear right now.
He must smell eggs because he's a sucker for eggs.
Oh, he likes eggs.
Yeah, if we make some, we'll sprinkle a little on his food sometimes.
How does he like his eggs in the morning? Okay. That,
What
I
is
don't
that?
know this song.
wait, what are you talking about?
Two
What is
against
it?
one. What is it?
Come on. I'm freaking out. How do you like your eggs in the morning?
We heard you the first time.
And then what's the rest of the song?
Are you
You're like,
serious?
let
Well,
me sing
wait.
the part
Sing
they
it one
don't
more
know.
time.
Okay.
Sing it one more
And
time, then maybe
you-
it'll sound familiar.
You guess what the next line is. It's famous. Thomas, I bet, knows this. How do you...
Nope.
Thomas is shaking his head? What is happening?
Sing it again, May.
How do you like your eggs in the morning?
Yep. Don't
Okay,
know
next
it.
line. I like mine with a kiss.
Who sings this?
Are you kidding? Nobody knows this?
If we were
Boiled
kidding,
or fried, I'm
Boiled or
satisfied.
fried?
As long as I get my kiss. Are you...
I don't know this song. What?
Am I being pranked right now?
And I actually know a lot of songs.
I do
know.
too.
I thought
don't-
this was like an old standard.
Who
This-
sings it?
I have no idea, but
Well, now we've got to Google.
Dean Martin.
Oh,
Truth
okay.
be told, I don't know a lot of Dean Martin songs.
Yeah, thank you for being honest about that, Fortune.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be dishonest.
But May, if you could sing it one more time.
How do you like
How do you like your eggs in the morning?
again, my
I like 'em
housekeeper.
boiled and fried and put in my mouth. I'm hungry.
Well, that's yeah. So you do know it.
Classic crooner.
Wow.
That's crazy to me. That to me is like not knowing New York, New York. you know?
Really? I don't
Yeah.
think they're the same.
Really? I thought it was like
New York's pretty famous.
I wonder if I can't remember if it's a duet, the Dean Martin one. Like if the girl answers, "I like my eggs really nice."
I like my eggs scrambled, and I'm probably making them because it's the 50s and this is my job.
But it's also a romantic song about somebody's going to be spending the night.
Yes, that's
Oh,
true.
That
didn't-
was the
didn't-
thing. There was a lot of innuendos.
You didn't realize that, May? All those times you sang it?
You know, I guess you're right. I guess in my mind he's singing it in the morning, but you're right. It's
But
hotter
he's
that he's
singing it at
in
night.
advance. He's
Yeah.
going. He's saying to his
He's saying,
mistress.
"How do you like your eggs in the morning?"
Yeah.
like my eggs scrambled around.
Oh my God! Wait.
I'm gonna have sex with you tonight, and
Yeah.
tomorrow you're gonna make me eggs.
Yeah. Or tomorrow my wife will make you eggs.
What a time to be alive in the 50s.
I know. Well, that was around the same time as
Or the 60s,
I
I
really
don't
can't
know.
stay.
Or even now.
Baby, it's cold outside. A similar vibe to that song.
Yeah.
Kind of creepy.
I really can't stay. I have to make eggs in the
Baby,
morning.
it's cold outside. Did you ever use that excuse with someone? It's too cold, you shouldn't go. in LA.
Yeah.
It's so cold outside, you probably should stay.
It's
Yeah.
sweater weather, babe.
And you're just patting the other side of your bed.
Yeah.
It's too cold.
Dean Martin, he was in a movie with Marilyn Monroe and they hated each other. I forget what it was called. Anyway,
What a tidbit.
just sorry. The ghost of Marilyn Monroe just whispered in my ear, make sure you say the thing about how I hated him.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't that on an episode where she beamed in?
An orb.
Yes,
yeah.
she beamed in as an. We said, yeah, that was. I don't know what we were saying.
I don't know, but she did beam in.
Yeah, she's my number one. I like my. Yeah, she's my number one.
Number
I
one.
said that so seriously.
Would you sing to her, "How would you like your eggs in the morning"?
Yeah, and she'd be like, "Happy birthday."
That's all she sings.
That's all she says.
That's her response to everything. Is she your type? Like, would you date
Yes.
Marilyn Monroe?
She's like curvaceous. She's like twinkle in the eye, as we discussed on the Bon Iver episode. I like a twinkle in the eye.
Yeah.
So that's
You
my
don't care
type.
about intelligence?
Bon Iver and Marilyn Monroe, two peas in a pod.
Yes.
No, I care about intelligence. That's where the twinkle comes from, partly.
Oh, okay.
Marilyn was very clever.
Was she?
Yeah, well, she went. I think so.
I don't know.
She went back to drama school before she died. She was like going to be. I mean, she was the movie she did before she died, The Misfits. She's incredible in that movie, and you just see, fuck, she was going to be amazing, and she was breaking out of the image that she'd created in that character.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, and then that's what we
Is
remember.
Marilyn?
Yes, it
in
is.
the room with us?
Happy birthday.
If I'm closing my eyes.
Is this the ghost of Marilyn? Maybe?
It's Marilyn's orb.
Happy birthday.
I'm closing my eyes, and it sounds kind of like Cartman from South Park.
Dear May.
I'm putting pussy pants.
Should we should we get our question asker?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Today's question asker is an Australian actress, comedian, and producer who achieved worldwide renown with her appearance in Bridesmaids. Then she went on to star in films like Isn't It Romantic? The Hustle and Jojo Rabbit. She stars in the upcoming action comedy film Bride Hard. And you can't forget her from all the Pitch Perfect movies. Her real big breakout role. Rebel Wilson is asking today's question.
Hi, handsomes. It's Rebel Wilson here. So, I mean, what can I ask you? There's lots. Like, if we were sitting down right now, I would just love to just like chat about so many things about the business. But fortunately, instead, I'd like to ask one question. So, I mean, I mean, the political side of me wants to ask, like, what's your stance on guns in America? But no, that's probably not a fun conversation. Okay, I'm going to ask you something very random. Because you're all very successful, what are you investing? So what kind of, like, investments are you into to, like, you know, build up your money that you've worked so hard to get? I'm curious about that.
Oh, I'm glad she didn't ask about guns in America because I know we all have very different stances.
Yeah,
I know we're all,
we could.
I
really
think everyone should have them. Just kidding.
Do you think that my Australian accent sounds like Rebels?
You know what? It wasn't far off.
No.
Today's question asker.
And I don't know how it is that every episode we have an Australian
Do you think our Australian listeners
Are pissed.
or have
Are
had it
annoyed?
with us? I mean, but how is it that every episode
I don't know, Tick.
I know.
it's
It just
insane?
happens. I think when you're able to do a very good Australian accent, that's what happens. Oh man!
I do wonder if we've upset people. Do they enjoy it? Or
Hopefully they
But that's-
appreciate the effort.
And that's a slippery slope. Once you start wondering if we've upset people, then you're like, oh God, what about
And then
Marilyn
everyone's like,
Monroe's
we're all
estate?
upset.
Yeah.
we were upset about this, and I don't like that.
Yeah.
Apologies for all of the things you don't like or that upset you.
We'll change every single
Yeah.
thing.
We're gonna make every adjustment to make everybody happy.
We're not going to stop until every single listener is
happy.
satisfied.
100% satisfied.
Yes.
Today's sponsor, Honeylove, has completely transformed the bra game. Say goodbye to the discomfort of underwire and bulky construction that digs in. Honeylove's bras are designed with supportive bonding that eliminates the need for underwire while still giving you all the lift you want. And the fabric, it's so soft, it feels like a second skin, which makes it perfect for those warmer spring days. For a limited time, you can get Honeylove on sale. Treat yourself to 20% off your entire order by heading to honeylove.com/handsome. Support the show and check them out because you deserve this glow up.
I'm on the go all the time. I don't have time for uncomfortable bras, y'all. So I've replaced all my bras with Honeylove. It feels great. And no more this or that when I'm getting dressed in the morning.
Treat yourself to the most comfortable and innovative bras on earth and save 20% off site-wide at honeylove.com/handsome. Use our exclusive link to get 20% off honeylove.com/handsome. After your purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them that we sent you. Experience the new standard in bras with Honeylove.
If you love to sleep, then listen up. Handsome wants to tell you about Helix mattresses because they're offering up the best sleep experience you'll ever have. I've had sleepless nights. I've tossed and turned. I've woken up feeling like I got hit by a truck. But now I'm sleeping through the night with ease thanks to my Helix mattress.
Treat yourself to an amazing sleep with Helix mattress. Here's how it works. You go to helixsleep.com, fill out their quick and easy survey, and they recommend you a mattress suited to your needs. If you sleep with a partner, you can both fill out the survey. I've been loving my Helix mattress. It's so soft, but still very supportive. Plus, it has just the right amount of give. I feel like I'm being lightly nestled all night long.
Right now, Helix is having a spring savings event with 20% off site-wide. Go to helixsleep.com/handsome for 20% off site-wide. That's helixsleep.com/handsome for 20% off site-wide during their spring savings event. helixsleep.com/handsome. Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first.
Like you know to check and see if there's a mysterious portal in the back of any of your closets or wardrobes, because you never know when a portal to a magical land may appear out of nowhere.
Checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
We're going to re-record, go
Everyone
back and
has
re-record.
to agree on everything that
Yes.
we say or do.
We all three, well, first of all, even if we're 2 against 1, like it or not, we still agree with each other.
Yeah.
But Yeah, it's hard to make everybody happy, but I certainly hope that people have a sense of humor about Rise Up
Australia.
Lights.
Rise Up Lights.
Oh, yeah. And everything else, because all of it is for a good old time.
Silly times to make
It's
people
just
laugh.
silly
and feel
times.
Good.
What do you think would happen if we went into Chat GPT or one of those things and said, write an episode of the Handsome podcast?
Oh,
Like, because they analyze
yeah.
every episode and do it in our voice, I think.
Yeah.
And then will they record for us the next episode?
Yeah.
In an
Okay.
Australian
Oh,
accent.
then we'll read our lines.
Yeah.
We'll
yeah.
do an AI episode.
Oh, yeah. Like, I'm curious what
Oh
that
my
would be
gosh, that would be insane.
like. Investments.
Yeah, what first came to mind was I'm sure whether it's been on this show or others, I've shared about how my stepfather was not terribly supportive of me. He didn't quite get me. And then after my mother died, when we left her funeral, he said this thing, which I thought was incredible. He apologized for not being supportive. And he said,
Wow.
I realize now that, because he wanted me to go into business or something, he just did not get what I was doing. And he said, I'm realizing that it's not the child's responsibility to teach the parent who they are. It's the parent's responsibility to learn who their child is.
Yeah.
And he said, and I didn't do that, and I'm sorry. And it was so touching that he came to that himself. And then what was even more touching was years later, when I had my own children, my mother had died, and he and I were driving somewhere when I was visiting him in Texas, and he said, Tig, I wanted to ask you something and see if you approved. And I said, okay. And he said, I wanted to start college funds for Max and Finn.
Oh, that's
And I
so
said,
sweet.
yeah. And I said, yeah, I'm okay with that. And he said, but I wanted to let you know that I looked into different types of college funds, and I chose the one that they wouldn't have to use for a 4-year college. They could use it for that, but they could also use it if they wanted to become a mason or they wanted to go to art school.
Oh, nice.
And so he
man,
was,
that's so nice.
yeah, he was acknowledging that not everybody is taking the path that he believes they should take.
Right.
And it was so touching to me.
That's really
And-
beautiful.
Yeah. And so before he died, he started these college funds. And so every year, Stephanie and I continue to contribute to that. And
That's so nice.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's really cool.
Yeah. So that's something
That's
that,
beautiful.
yeah.
When I
Thanks.
was heavily involved with a woman and her small person, I had just opened a college fund for that small person when I got dumped. So the college fund's going to me. I'm sending myself to college.
Oh, really? I don't know
Yeah.
how that works. So that you can just like turn
I
that.
just- I just
yeah.
closed it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'd opened like a. Anyway, well, maybe cut that out. Leave it in.
Yeah, my grandmother wanted to do things like that. Like she would give us like bonds and stuff. And you
Yeah.
know, when you're a kid, you're like, "What's this? I can't
Yeah.
use this now."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so
it like
true.
bummed me out. And she
Yeah.
would like give us like stamps to collect and
Oh,
coins.
yeah. That stamp collecting used to be like a
was
legitimate
huge.
way to save money, right? Like,
And I
to-
have the same birthday as Princess Diana, so she would give me all this.
Congrats.
wow, that makes a lot of sense. That
Oh my
explains a
gosh.
lot.
And so I like have all these random Princess Diana memorabilia. My grandma just always thought like, "Oh, this stuff you need to collect, and one day it'll be worth money." I mean, maybe that would be now, but
Mhm.
Do you still have it?
probably some of it's back at my mom's place, and
Wow.
Lord knows who knows where it is there.
Uh-huh.
So she like believed in all that stuff, but with that being said, she was not great with money.
Mm.
And I would say my mom didn't pick up on being great with it either. It was just a lot of my family used to have money long time ago. My grandfather was a very well-to-do contractor, and he built houses and buildings and schools all over North Carolina. Very successful. Died unexpectedly at like age 50 or something like that. And my grandmother had to take over everything, and just didn't
Spent it all.
Just went shopping.
She just made bad decisions.
Oh,
you know?
damn.
And like they had a hardware business that she didn't like. She should have filed bankruptcy, and she tried to pay all the debt. It was just like it came from a place of good-hearted, helping people, sending people to college. And then by the time I got here, there was no money. Everything was gone. So I grew up with people who knew what it was like to have money at one point and had no money.
God, that's so frustrating as a kid to have people constantly like, we used to have a lot of money, kid.
And here is your bond and your stamp. Happy birthday.
Yeah. So it was very important to me as I got older that I did not make those same mistakes. So I didn't know what to do. I've had to learn as I've gone, but I am really proud. That's probably one of the things I'm most proud of in my career, is having gotten so much more knowledgeable about business and money and how to save it and how to make money. And I never thought being a comedian that would be required of me as well. And it's been tricky also learning it because I hate math. But it's so important to, I just don't want to make the mistakes that were made prior, because I saw how it can go away, and you don't think it will, and how could it, and it can. So I really try to be smart with, I have obviously I'm lucky to have a nice life. Part of that's because I don't have kids.
Wait, I'm having a nice life over here.
I know, but I can spend a little bit more on trips and stuff. And things that parents I find do a little bit more sparingly. And just try to invest in things. But it is scary though. Like the stock market is so scary to me.
Do you have knowledge of that? The stock market?
I do. I will say that part of the business, I have to trust someone else with my money, and that is nerve-wracking to me. Because for many years I did not invest, and I was like, I don't want to be one of those people that gets screwed over by a business person or a investment person. I was so nervous. I still get nervous.
But you're in this.
I'm invested.
Like it doesn't make sense to me, and it scares me. It feels so.
It's very scary.
Yeah, and then it could crash. And
I invest pretty conservatively though.
Yeah, that's what people say to do.
Yeah.
And you invest? You don't invest, May?
No. No, I'm too. I guess my family also not great with money. Like just like always rented. My parents never bought a house till their 50s, I think. And my grandma, actually, but that was a wake up call. Like when I moved to England, my grandma got sick. And
the agent, yeah,
and she was with the problem area.
I forgot it was your grandmother who had quite the problem area.
God, that was from early days.
That was the first ever episode. She, seeing her at the end of her life, and she lived a great, wild, fun life, and she never owned property, and she made a lot of money as an agent, but she just lived a luxurious lifestyle. And then near the end of her life, that was scary because she got sick. She had to go into a home that was expensive. Like she was renting. She had to move into she just was panicked all the time about money. And so I was like, okay, I don't want that. But I haven't done anything about it. But buying the house was a big deal.
That's quite an investment.
Yeah, that's seriously a good investment.
I have a scarcity mentality though, so I like to see my money in my account. I got to get over that.
Well, if you talk to any business person, they will say you shouldn't have just like money just sitting there doing nothing. That's like your basic business thing.
I have a saving, like a high interest savings.
Yeah,
account.
I was about to say, if you don't want to go to the stock market, as far as investing in like the things that go up and down, do like a money market at the very least.
What's that?
Oh my God, I'm picturing you as somebody managing my money, and you're like, as far as the things that go up and down, the technical
That's the
a money
level
market
I
is like,
need to explain to
yeah,
you.
Your money's in there for like a certain amount of time, and you can't get it out, and it gets some interest over time. It's not as high of a return as like in the stock market, but it's not volatile like going up and down.
Yeah. I mean, some people are like day trading at home, right? Like they're just sort of become.
Bless you.
Oh my God, Biggie just sneezed.
Sorry. Blessings to
Sorry,
Biggie.
but blessings to
Boy.
Biggie.
Yeah.
Can we please isolate that sound, Thomas, and crank the volume and just play it back? That was the cutest sound I've ever heard.
Yeah, pepper it through the whole episode.
Yeah. Oh man.
From there on out.
I'm gonna text Jax that he needs to. I think
He needs
might
a
need to go
tissue.
out.
He sneezes, and that means he has to.
Well, he's just being squirrely. That usually means something.
But you gotta text Jax. Like he won't go out by himself.
Well, I'm upstairs.
Oh, I see.
He
Wow,
can't
I
open the
pictured
door.
you downstairs all of these years.
He can't
Did you
go-
really?
He
I
can't
did.
open this door, and then he can't go down the stairs, but then he can't open the next door.
Wait, he can't go down the stairs by himself?
No, he can.
Oh,
I'm
I
saying
was
the
like,
door- he
okay,
can't
this is
open the door to
spoiled.
go outside.
That he would wait to be carried up and down the stairs.
We do carry him up and down a lot.
I have Stephanie carry me up and down the stairs.
Do you really?
No.
Oh, I would love to see that.
Yeah, for years I didn't do anything. And listen, when I was coming up, my parents did not have the luxury of investing a dime. Every cent that came in went right back out, and we were actually in a lot of debt. My childhood was spent with creditors calling it 8 in the morning every day.
Rise and shine.
But if you have a little something, if you can, try to have that money making interest. Otherwise, it literally loses its value sitting there doing nothing.
You gonna do anything about that, May? You'll come around to it. You came around to, saving your money and getting a house.
Yeah, and
I mean, ask about a money market or something like that. Something that's like low risk. You can't touch. Some of them are like you can't touch it for a year, and
Okay.
but you'll make something off of it. So it's not.
What kind of percentage are we talking?
I mean, it's not a high percentage, but it's
Right.
when
I was
more
making money versus losing value.
When I was in England, someone convinced me to invest in like a retirement fund that I can't touch till I'm, I don't know, 60, I guess. I should know, but I don't know. So I put some money.
almost my age.
Right. I put some money in there, and now I'm so mad about it because it's just in some British retirement fund. I can't,
Oh, really?
And I'm scared I'm going to forget about it. Like, how do I know?
Yeah,
What if?
don't forget
You're not
about
going to
it.
forget.
Really?
No.
I will say, if you are going to invest more, what's the word? Not aggressively, but more, whatever that word is.
Boldly.
Your retirement is what usually is the thing that people invest more boldly, because
Oh.
the idea is you don't want to touch a retirement like a SEP IRA. You know about like an IRA, SEP IRA, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Okay. So when you make money, there's a chunk of it that you can put in an IRA or a SEP IRA, depends on how much money you've made in the year. And that money you're not taxed on. It goes into this account, but you can't touch it for like 20 years or something.
Okay.
But
Yeah, that's like what I did in England.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can invest that more aggressively because for 20 years, the market's going to go up and down.
Right.
But the whole point
You
is
have
that
to
don't
ride
look
the
at it.
wave.
Ride the wave.
Wave. See, that I like. The
But you
sound of.
want to invest in these things. You want to put money into these things because you're not paying taxes on them.
Yeah. Okay, we gotta go for dinner. I would like Fortune to be my business manager.
I mean, listen, there's so much I don't know, and
Yeah.
there could be a business person being like, "That's right," but there could be parts of it I have a
Yeah.
little off, but that's the idea.
to interpret the question more broadly, even I think investing in our health is the best thing we can do. And that was another thing I learned.
Now that I need to invest in.
Yeah, like with my grandma too. I learned that lesson too. I was like, I mean, not that, I mean, she was pretty healthy till.
Well, you know what
she
they
was
say
very
is
old.
you don't want to be the richest person in the graveyard.
Hey, I love that.
I mean, but truly, it's like, yeah, you want to be you. It's yeah, you want to invest in yourself and your health and
your brain,
all of it.
Yeah. Well, now that I got this sauna, I'm gonna live forever. It's heating up right now. That's a good investment, right? Because I'll take it to another. If I ever move, I'll take it with me. It's like a couple grand.
Did you have to have like a specific, like a plug or something put out there to run it?
Good question.
I had a guy install it. Yeah, it's electrical. So they ran a line from the house.
So what is the heat coming from? You don't have like a pile of coals in there or anything.
It's like a radiator with some coals on it.
Oh, okay. So you do.
Yeah, and it's cedar wood and it smells like nice wood, and it's like it gets hot so quick, and it's on a timer so it won't stay on by accident. And yeah, I think I'm gonna go it's heating up right now.
Nice. So you haven't done one this morning because you were sleeping, and then you took your little shower, and then
I took my little shower, and then I'm gonna, after this, get in the sauna, then cold shower.
Are you gonna wear your Phantom of the Opera shirt in the? What do you wear in the sauna? Are you just full blown naked?
Good question, too.
Thank you, Fortune.
I wear boxers usually, or a bathing suit, but yeah, I could go in the nude. I mean, it's the
nude.
In the nude.
Do you wear a banana?
Nude.
Do you wear a banana hammock?
Oh my God, I should wear a Speedo. And
start wearing a Speedo in there.
Should we hear Rebel's answer?
Yes, please.
I think I've been quite smart with my money coming up as a comedian and actress in Australia and in America, and I bought properties around the world and done quite well in selling them after a certain amount of time. And then only more recently have I gotten into the stock market and listened to podcasts, and I learn about stocks and just like basic stuff like the simple S&P 500, and I'm learning. I'm still like a novice, but yeah, I hope everyone's being financially smart out there. This might be the dumbest question ever, but yeah.
No, I liked that. I like that question, and I feel like it took us in such a different direction.
Yeah.
But yeah, it sounds like she's kind of doing what you're doing, Fortune, is trying to learn the money ropes. Do you listen to podcasts?
Podcasts about it?
About
No, I'm just no. I mean, there's so much I don't know but I don't also really want to. I'm not trying to be like a businessman, person. I just know it's not something people talk to us about.
That's true. That's true.
It's not something that is expected for us to know, and I just think it's so important because even just the basic knowledge of it, the minimum things that you can do to just help build money, even starting with, when I moved to LA, I had $25 in my pocket. So it's not like, I'm coming from a place of like, oh, I just invested my family's, $1 million they gave me. No, it's like I started from $25 here, and,
and you have how much now?
So much now. But like my first house I bought, May, I bought a first house. I did not buy it as an investment. I bought it because I wanted my own home. I wanted like a place to call mine. It was this cute house, 1,600 square feet, and I loved that house. Loved it. I lived there for over 10 years, and ended up selling it and doing very well on it. But that was never my intention. But that stuff like that, if you buy something and that you love and put time in it, and sometimes that can pay off too.
It's true. Yes, May?
Well, I was gonna say we should acknowledge like how hard it is for this younger generation, like that with the cost of living is going crazy, and like our parents, just fucking hell.
It's for sure gotten very difficult to buy a home.
Mm-hmm.
But you can buy a stamp, and if you learned one thing from this podcast,
invest in Princess Diana.
In stamps and Princess Diana coins.
Yes.
I can't believe that you have a birthday with Princess Diana.
And now the stamps, before we wrap up here, the stamps that your grandmother got you of Princess Diana, are they the ones that you buy off of TV?
Probably.
Okay.
My grandmother, again, not the smartest with money, would, do you remember the Publishers Clearinghouse things?
Yes.
She would buy all these cassette tapes because it would help you like get your name in a raffle to try to win money, and for that she was always buying stuff like that. I'm like,
I see.
Now you're just wasting money.
Actually, have you guys ever been into the lottery? Do you buy lottery tickets?
I don't.
I will like once in a blue moon, but it does just feel like I'm burning money every time I do it.
Right.
Burning $3.
Until
how much are they?
Anywhere from $1 each to $20.
Oh, I see.
Depending on what you buy.
I've been with friends where they're like, let's buy lottery tickets. I'm like, yeah, sure. But it never crossed.
The scratch off ones are fun.
I don't like using a coin to scrape that weird metal stuff. Like, ugh. I hate that. Like, I don't think I really realized it until this moment. I hate that gray metallic stuff you scrape. Ugh.
I actually didn't realize either till you said it. Now I'm like, thank you for saying that.
Absolutely. Thomas is nodding.
Finally,
Fortune, are you on board?
Yeah, I hate that gray stuff, but I do like to win. The worst is people will give those as presents.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you do hear those stories every now and then where they gave it as a present and won like $2 million. One of the things won $2 million. And now the people are fighting over who gets it because they're like, we bought it. And they're like, you gave it. And it's a whole mess. So
there should be a rule about the other. Yeah. What is the legality of that? Because
if you give it away, you gave it.
Give it away. It's not yours anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
That is silly.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was fun and different and interesting. Thank you to Rebel Wilson for that question.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And everyone, if you can, be smart with your money and make good choices because it can go away, but also enjoy your life.
Yeah. You got to find the happy medium.
The happy medium is where it's at for sure.
Yeah.
You think there's a band called The Happy Medium?
There might be.
Or maybe an improv troupe.
When I said that, both of your heads at the same time went,
But it does feel like it could be an improv troupe, The Happy Medium.
What do you guys got coming up?
Well, I'm on the road like a crazy person now.
Yeah.
I am in my new Taking Care of Biscuits tour, all new material. So if you saw my last special, this is brand new. This weekend I'll be in, or tomorrow I'll be in Rockford, Illinois. And Columbus, Ohio.
Rockford, Illinois is where Natasha Leggero is from.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I'm going to be at the Hard Rock.
Nice.
On Wednesday night. Columbus, Ohio, Greensboro, North Carolina, Roanoke, Baltimore, Grand Rapids, Minneapolis, St. Louis, Kansas City, and Vegas are coming up, and tons more cities just got added.
Well, I also want to mention that the documentary that I produced, Come See Me in the Good Light, about Andrea Gibson and Meg Fowley, two incredible poets. It's going to be hitting and has already started hitting the festival circuit. And so really check that out because this movie is not to be missed. It will be available further down the line this year on a streamer, but I'll announce that later. But for sure, go see this in a theater if you can. It is so powerful. And as far as stand-up, I'm going to be June 14th, I'll be in Eureka Springs, Arkansas. And then August 23rd, P-Town. And then go to tignotaro.com for all of my dates and local shows in Los Angeles at Largo and Dynasty Typewriter. Come on out.
I am April 25th at Largo in LA, and I think announcing some new music shows coming up. So check out maymartinmusic.com. And I've got very cool merch on there as well. And you can buy my vinyl album, which really helps.
Nice.
Or listen to it on Spotify. The album's called I'm a TV, and that's it.
Great.
Can I ask real quick, how did you come up with I Am a TV?
Well, my friend recently asked me, does it stand for I'm a transvestite? And I was like, nope, but
Who asked you that?
my friend. I don't know. It's a lyric in one of the songs, and it's like, I guess in my head it was about like how we all are so full of like other people's projections and static electricity and all the noise of our culture. And if you anyway, whatever. Titles are hard.
And that's why you wear your hat now with the
tinfoil hat.
Yeah. You're no fool. You need to get a tinfoil Phantom of the Opera face too.
Oh my God, there's a lot I gotta get.
Yeah.
Phantom of the Opera is
That's my investment.
Okay, Fortune, we have your headshot and resume. We will be in touch.
Let me know if I get the part.
Okay.
Happy birthday to you. I can also be Marilyn Monroe in the Phantom.
You're going to get May going.
Yeah.
Well, please share this episode or an episode that you like with your friends and loved ones and help us build the Handsome community. You guys are awesome. Thank you for listening.
Oh, and thank you to everyone who came to our live shows.
Yes, off the charts.
Oh my God, incredible.
Off the charts.
That
off
was
the charts.
such a cool thing to get to do.
Yes. Hopefully we'll have some more of those live shows coming up and some streamers. And
Oh, and I believe that the link for the Austin show is still up right now. You can still get it until this, it's available until this weekend. So if you missed our live show in Austin, so fun, so funny. Buy the link.
Talk about a good investment.
Yeah.
It lasts a week.
You can go to our Instagram page or our and it'll have the link to get that, and you'll have it through the weekend.
Well, I guess all that remains.
Keep
it
handsome.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first.
Like, to check and make sure you start your spring cleaning while it's still spring. Nobody wants to do summer cleaning.
Checking first is smart, so check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Savings varies subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
That was a HeadGum podcast.